welcome to Science Lab. The signs are happening because Jesus is coming. Every day we are seeing some of the great signs that are happening around us. In this episode, we are going to see some of the disastrous events that are taking place around the world.
In November 2019, winter arrived early again in many areas of the Northern Hemisphere, disrupting normal life and food production. The US hit new records for cold and snowfall, all in much of its territory. Exceptional snowfalls and early freezing temperatures also left their mark in Europe, parts of Africa, Asia, and the Middle East.
Heavy rains, floods, and landslides also wreaked havoc this month, with South Sudan, Kenya, Congo, Algeria, the UK, France, the Philippines, Australia, the northern Mexico all affected, with hundreds of dead, thousands displaced, and significant damage to local infrastructure.
Italy was hit yet again by extreme weather this month. Storms, floods, and early snow left a path of destruction across several provinces.
On November 1st, 2019, Chechnya in Russia was blanketed by heavy snow for the first time in 4 years. A new bushfire in Ventura County north of Los Angeles in USA has rapidly grown to more than 11 square miles. The latest blaze, called the Maria Fire, erupted on November 1st, 2019, as crews in northern and southern California continue to try to put out multiple fires that have burned hundreds of acres and prompted thousands of residents to flee their homes. On November 1st, 2019, heavy rainfall causes bridge to collapse in Herkimer County in New York, USA. On November 1st, 2019, a landslide swallows a house with a man and his 3 sons in Guatemala. Shocking footages show houses being sucked into a huge hole as the ground gives way. More than 1 million people in Somalia, Kenya, South Sudan, and Ethiopia were affected by flooding after higher than normal rainfall on November 2nd, 2019. Parts of the region braced for a tropical storm Kayar that worsened an already dire humanitarian situation. The United Nations reports hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced, tens of thousands of livestock have been killed, property has been destroyed, and livelihoods shattered.
Historic amounts of snow fell in Norway on November 3rd, 2019, and temperatures were down to -29 degrees. Only once in the last 97 years has there been more snow on November 3rd in Tromsø, says state meteorologist.
On the 3rd of November 2019, extreme winds and rain with many streets and piazzas flooded Liguria in Italy. Some areas were hit by 2 inches of rain in 1 hour.
Vedremo quando arriverà come sarà, noi adesso saliremo ancora un po' lungo la valle per vedere qual è la situazione.
Storm Amélie caused high winds to blast southwest France on November 3, 2019, whipping up giant ocean waves, uprooting trees, and leaving some 140,000 people without electricity. 3 people were injured in this incident. On November 4, 2019, crops worth hundreds of millions of dollars have been destroyed during a freak hailstorm in South Australia's Riverland region. Wind gusts up to 70 km per hour were recorded during the storm. Seven people were killed as 16 hours of incessant snowfall paralyzed life in the Kashmir Valley on November 7, 2019. Surface as well as air traffic was completely disrupted. On November 5, 2019, torrential rain caused floods and landslides in parts of Montenegro, blocking roads and cutting off dozens of homes. Authorities said traffic had been suspended on some of the roads linking the capital, Podgorica, with the northern part of the country. Heavy rainfall has also hit the coastal region by the Adriatic Sea, flooding streets and houses in the southern town of Herkek.
On the 6th of November 2019, the Zimbabwe's National Parks and Wildlife Management Authority said that at least 105 elephants have died in Zimbabwe's wildlife reserves in the past 2 months. Elephants, zebras, hippos, impalas, and buffaloes, and many other wildlife are straying from Zimbabwe parks into nearby communities in search of food and water.
On the 11th of November 2019, a video shows that an olive oil factory was torn apart by destructive tornado in Greece, shattering windows and ripping off sections of the walls. Around 60 workers were inside the factory at the time and went into panic as the weather left a trail of destruction.
Crisis loomed after flood drives over 420,000 people from their homes in South Sudan on November 7, 2019. Massive waterspouts swirled over the Italian city of Genoa on November 7, 2019. They formed above the water of the Ligurian Sea with the ominous northern Italian cityscape as the backdrop. an Arctic air mass that brought snow and ice to an area stretching from the Rocky Mountains to northern New England on November 11, 2019, was poised to give way to record-breaking cold temperatures. Two-thirds of the eastern states also were hit by unseasonably cold weather. On November 8, 2019, the Australian state of New South Wales was in the grip of an unprecedented bushfire crisis, with almost 50 fires still out of control despite the efforts of 1,200 firefighters and 70 firefighting planes. The fires cast an ominous orange glow over large areas of eastern New South Wales, with some locals describing the scene as apocalyptic.
We have seen many disastrous things happening around us, but there is more. Don't go anywhere. We'll meet you after a short break. Welcome back to Science Lab. The signs are happening because Jesus is coming. Hundreds of flood warnings were placed across England on November 8, 2019 as rain continued to pummel the country, with some posting a danger to life. The flash flooding caused by torrential downpours sparked more misery for commuters and residents.
Egg-like super-cooled rare ice balls were formed in a Finnish beach on the 7th of November 2019, and this is a very strange incident.
On November 9, 2019, 63,287 people or 10,887 families were affected by floods and landslides caused by tropical storm Nakri in Philippines. At least 7 people were killed. On November 9, 2019, more than 30,000 people were without homes in Zongo, in northeastern DR Congo due to floods. Heavy rains and rise in the water level of the Ubangi River since mid-October caused the disaster. Mayor said those affected include some 24,000 children. At least 24 people have died and more than 2 million displaced after tropical cyclone Bulbul hit coastal areas of Bangladesh and the states of West Bengal and Odisha in northeast India. Bulbul made landfall in West Bengal on November 9, 2019 with wind gusts of 135 km per hour. Over 26,000 houses have been damaged in West Bengal and Odisha, India, where 12 people have died as a result of the storm. Over 120,000 people were moved to safety. At least 1 person has died and 3 were rescued after flash floods in Algeria on November 11, 2019. Strong winds with gusts of 90 km per hour, storm surge and high waves were along the Algerian coast. Military personnel were deployed to assist the local community. An unusually strong magnitude earthquake hit southeastern France on November 11, 2019, seriously injuring at least 4 people. After a 5.4 magnitude earthquake, the Kruasa nuclear power plant in the Drôme region was temporarily shut down.
On the 11th of November 2019, temperatures across France dipped 2 degrees Celsius below seasonal norms ahead of the expected arrival of a period of very bad weather. Motorists in mountainous areas of France has been urged to ensure their vehicles were ready for winter driving as a first cold snap of the season since temperature plummeting.
On the 11th of November 2019, the unseasonable snowstorm pounded 30 inches of snow in southeast Michigan, USA, with more than a half-foot of snow.
On November 11, 2019, thousands of migratory birds of 10 species were found dead around Sambar Lake, the country's largest island saltwater lake near Jaipur in Rajasthan. Though the official toll was 1,500, locals claimed the number of dead birds could be as high as 5,000. On November 11, 2019, winter heavily attacked Scandinavia. This may be the earliest such a strong winter attack has hit Sweden before mid-November in 40 years. In both eastern Norway and central Sweden, snowing paralyzes the roads in Norway as well as disruption to operations at Oslo Gardermoen Airport. A massive tornado ripped through parts of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, on November 12, 2019, with several video posts showing it hit New Hanover outside Pietermaritzburg in the KZN Midlands. Heavy rain, hail, thunderstorms and winds of more than 100 km per hour hit many parts of the southern Italy on November 12, 2019. Schools across many parts of the southern region announced closure. There were widespread reports of damage to homes, businesses, electricity supplies and farmer crops across all 4 regions. This dramatic video footage shows flood water gushing through Makiria's historic town center.
On the 12th of November 2019, 2 persons were dead as Venice flooded by the highest tide in 50 years, 85% of the city underwater.
On the 13th of November 2019, historically early and deadly Arctic blast breaks the US cold records set more than 100 years ago.
On November 13, 2019, heavy rain and hail has lashed UAE, flooding roads and even damaging property in some areas. Some schools in Fujairah even closed due to bad weather. A video of snowfall on a mountain in the Gulf has gone viral after it was posted. Snow fell in Oman's Jabal Shams as temperature fell below 5 degrees Celsius. Large snowfall in southeastern France led to a disruption of electricity supply to about 200,000 households, media reports early on November 15, 2019. Power cuts has been caused by ruptured transmission lines due to trees falling on them. The weight of snow even caused a tree to fall, which reportedly killed a car driver. An earthquake of 7.1 magnitude struck in the Molucca Sea, some 134 kilometers northwest of the Indonesian island of Ternate at 4:18 p.m. local time on November 14, 2019. Residents were advised to remain alert and seek instructions from local authorities. A sea tornado and waterspout was spotted in the early hours of November 15, 2019, off the coast of Chios Island in Greece. The spectacular scene captured the attention of many people on the island, who tried to record it on a number of photographs and videos. On November 15, 2019, a video of a water spout that formed was caught on Cyprus and posted on the Facebook.
Before his death, burial, and resurrection, the Lord Jesus Christ was sitting on the Mount of Olives, and his disciples came to him privately and asked, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" For that, the Lord Jesus Christ lists out things that will take place before his coming.
And Jesus answered and said to them, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows."
What is mentioned in the Bible that are going to take place in the end times are taking place in our lifetime. All these changes in nature show us that indeed we're living in the last days. The Lord Jesus Christ is coming back again very soon. Thank you for joining us in this episode, and don't forget to tune in to the Science Lab next time.
2 weeks ago, we asked you a trivial question. What is a ring of fire? The right answer is option C. Place where many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. The list of people who said the right answer are Joycey, Emmanuel Kumar, and Maria Janika from Madurai, India.
Congratulations to all those who said the correct answer. Continue watching Science Lab in English as well as in Tamil. Send us photos, videos, news, and YouTube links which are worth sharing. And also send us your feedbacks to our email address sciencelab@angeltv.org. If you have missed any of the episodes, you can watch it again on our Science Lab YouTube channel. But don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video as well.
Ask your friends and relatives to watch the Science Lab so that they will know that we are living in the last days. Remember, signs are happening because Lord Jesus is coming.
Maranatha.